For her return to painting, my wife created this fruity masterpiece. Ah, nothing like the smell of oil paint in the morning. Why lemons? To be honest, I'm not sure. Maybe she needed something sour to balance me out. Because I'm such a sweet husband. But I think destiny definitely had something to do with it. Because when life gives you lemons, you don't just make lemonade. No. You make LED-MONADE. Trademark pending. And this is too short. God, I really don't know how to make a frame. Got it wrong. Alright. I know. Great pun. But now we need to get serious a little bit. Because this painting is gonna end up in our house. And my wife has a rule, no nerdy stuff in the house. Because you know, when we have guests and stuff, I guess she's ashamed of me. Anyway, so we're gonna build a wooden frame for this painting and we're gonna put LEDs on it. And we gotta make it look good. Hopefully what I have in mind actually works out because I have no idea. Maybe I should have done some research. Oh well, it's more fun if I don't know what I'm doing. So, here, I've got paper, a nice pencil, and let's figure out how this frame is gonna look like and work. A frame is basically a rectangle within a rectangle within a rectangle, with fancy wooden sticks on nearly all the edges to make those rectangles a bit less boring. And of course, this frame is going to glow, thanks to all those LEDs I'm going to install. But where do you think I'm going to put them? Well, all around the back, of course. So that when you look at the frame, you basically have the painting that's blue, right? And then bluish LEDs behind reflecting on the wall, as if the painting was larger than it really is, you know? And like that would be pretty cool already, right? But I want to add one more thing. I want this painting to be visible even in the dark. So I needed to make some kind of wooden light holder to light up the painting itself. Something that looks kind of like this. Alright, now let's see what we're working with. First we've got this stack of secondhand pine wood. At first I thought I would also need some kind of plywood backing for the frame to support those pine boards. So I grabbed the corner template from my coffee table build. I added some pre-made wood moldings I had originally bought for the LED door to the pile, and my usual stack of electronics for the glowing part. LED strip, LED controller, and a power bank. Okay, I found this one. I'm gonna use that instead. So this will be our frame. So how are you gonna do this? I need to cut the middle part of the frame as well. Then I pondered for a while before realizing I was doing it all wrong. God, I really don't know how to make a frame. Yeah, I guess this could just be our frame. I ditched the plywood idea and went with only using the pine planks instead. Now, time to cut 4 45-degree miters. I first wanted to do it quickly, so I reached for my speed square and my circular saw. But I wasn't very confident in that setup. Please fit, please fit, please fit. And sadly, the bolts didn't fit in my $10 plastic miter saw. The results from using my cross-cutting jig were also questionable. So I did what anyone would do. I tried to manifest a miter saw. Alright guys, let's concentrate. 3, 2, 1. Oops. Didn't work. Maybe we need to do the finger snapping thing. Well, that didn't work. Why does it only work for other people on YouTube? Ugh, so unlucky. Well then, we're gonna have to do without. How do we cut perfect miter angles? Wait, I don't need perfect miter angles. My wife wants this painted black, so I can use wood filler. Problem solved. Let's get this done. After that, I fell back to my comfort tool, the track saw. And things went pretty well at first, or so I thought. Honestly, it's looking pretty nice. Pretty good. The funny thing about making a frame is, you never really see the problems until you cut the last piece and try to fit it all together. So we've got a couple of problems. Quite big gaps, so I'm gonna recut the top and the bottom. They are obviously too short, but it's part of life, so let's do it. I've come to learn that this is called the law of compounding errors. Like compound interest, except it works against you and ruins your day instead of making you richer. Nope. Wow, this is hard. A lot harder than I thought. Yeah, it's pretty square, alright? Pretty good. This one, no. Not at all. It's almost like this guy is the problem, you know what I mean? Woo! This is great! Let me like clamp it on this side. so we know like what we're dealing with. Can only be correct, right? Sound very confident. Should be fine. I swear if I cut one more. I had no idea that making a frame was just like, you know, the hardest thing in the world. And this is too short. Wait, maybe I can use this old one. I swear this is gonna be last cut. I hope. I have a feeling this is the one. This is great. Finally! Woohoo! After wasting way too much time cutting and recutting, I finally ended up with 4 usable pieces and got them glued up. Oh, it's nice to use your finger. You know, it's like when you're eating food. Tastes better when you use your fingers. Yeah. Was it square? Meh. Almost? Too bad, really. It's like 3 nice corners and the last one kind of sucks. Yeah, this is not as easy as it looks, you know. We'll see if I get better at it with time. I think it's gonna be it for today, though. Alright, we're back for another fantastic day of nerdy woodworking. Let's do it. Let's take this off and see how many mistakes we have to fix. Is it one piece? Like the manga? Wonderful! Now, does our painting still fit inside? Perfectly, plenty of space. Alright, first thing first. We're gonna put some wood filler in our holes. Legit, like, first we'll try. Next, I mix some sawdust and wood glue to make homemade color matching wood filler. So, just to clarify, this is not fine woodworking, okay? This is a guy who has no idea what he's doing, trying to do woodworking and learning a little bit with each project. To diffuse the LEDs and keep them from burning the wood, I'm using aluminum tracks with white plastic covers. And that meant having to figure out how to mount the tracks to the frame. Should I route channels into the pine to merge them together? That wouldn't leave much wood and I was worried the edges would break. So instead I just mounted them on top of the back, if that makes sense. Nope, let's edit that out. I don't want to look that dumb. I tried very hard not to reach for the grinder, cause that thing, well, it scares me. But at the end of the day, it seems to be the only thing that can cut through those tracks quickly. What am I doing? This is wrong, I cut it wrong. Am I too tired to be doing this or what? I cut all the tracks to size and ended up with dangerously sharp 45-degree stabby points that somehow fit together pretty well. Then I gave the frame a good sanding to clean off the old paint and the wood filler. My hands kept buzzing like I was still holding the sander for hours after that. Every time. So now it's looking really nice. Send it to 80. Then I cut some more wood to act as support and rest against the wall, ensuring there's a bit of space between the LEDs and the wall, so we get more diffusion. Cute! There we go. After that, I installed aluminum tracks, holding them with clamps while I glued the wooden supports, before finally locking everything with pre-drilled holes and tiny screws. Oh, my back! Oh. And of course, like a kid on Christmas morning, I couldn't wait any longer. So I stuck the LED strip in place with tape, just to see how it looked. It looks freaking good! Yes! My idea worked. At least in my opinion. This is exactly what I had in mind. Nerdy RGB in an artsy way. Very cool. Let me take a photo of this. Alright, that's it for today. See you tomorrow. Oh guys, it's a new day, but I'm already exhausted. Oh! Not bad, not bad. Alright, I want light on the painting itself as well. And that's where I'm facing a dilemma. Dilemma? The easy option is to build like kind of something, you know? If you're confused here, I basically thought I would need 2 LED strips. A blue one for the back of the frame and a white one for the painting light. Wait, no, it's fine. It's fine because I'm using WLED. Why am I so stupid? Look, when you use WLED, you can define which colors goes from which LED until which one. Perfect. Perfect, problem solved. Now we need to build that thingy. Basically we'll need something maybe here, kind of floating with the light. So we got to design it in the way that can put it on and off. Unless you guys think this would be better. I had to figure out how far and high the light source should sit and design something that looked decent. It also needed to hold an aluminum track. I could do something ugly like that, but I don't want to do something ugly like that. I want to do like something that poop, clack, clack, clack. But then the idea is this will be poop on top. Luckily, I had plenty of pine scraps left over from failing to make the frame earlier. I grabbed a couple, fired up the Dremel motor saw, and got to work. I'm gonna let this dry and we'll continue tomorrow. Alright, we're back again, feeling refreshed. Today we're gonna finish our little LED presentoir. First thing first, let's remove our clamps. There we go. Yep, that's good. Here's the shape I want. The motor saw handled the smaller pieces fine, but for the main front section, the one that needed a bit of grandiose, I had to use both the jigsaw and the track saw. One quick piece of advice while I finish this last part: don't get too attached to things. Learn to let go. You'll understand soon enough. We need to figure out a way to remove all this stuff. Once the wood was shaped, I needed to cut a channel for the LED track in the front part. The router was the right tool, but I couldn't think of a way to safely hold the part, since I had made it too small already. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? Like, do you know what I'm about to do? Do you know? Anyway, I'm gonna redo it. I grabbed another scrap piece and started over, this time with routing first.
I'm so scared of the router.
That went pretty well. I've got my nice little channel, and now I'm gonna do the second pass. But on the second pass, I messed up again. I routed the inside first, then tried to take the rest out, and half of the bottom of the plank came with it. That one hurt. Take two. Let's forget any of that just happened. We're starting over. More like take 3 really. But this time I learned my lesson. And finally a clean channel was carved. I just needed to do a bit of cleanup with chiseling, and the aluminum track fit tightly and was snug in all the right places. With that done, I redrew the outline using my safety glasses as a ruler. I then cut the shape with a jigsaw and cleaned everything up with a belt sander. Put upside down and clamped to my table. Then I cut a tenon so the light holder could fit neatly into the frame. I'm glad we finally got this done. You know me, like, I mean, maybe you don't, but if you do, I don't do boring projects. So I always need that oomph, that little oomph, you know, to make it extra special for me. And for this build, it wasn't just LEDs because it's too easy, way too easy. I needed to challenge myself and I wanted to, you know, try to build something out of wood. I think that's pretty cool. I'm sorry, future me, but I don't have it in me to clean right now. So that'll be for you tomorrow. So today we've got a bit of a little surprise, but I don't really want to show you. So you'll just get a sneak peek. But let's just say that it's really gonna allow me to level up my workshop. I see that yesterday's me has left a mess that I need to clean up. Alright, here's what we're doing. First we figure out which side is up. And someone very smart before us has written T here, which means this is the top. The next morning, I carved the mortise into the frame to receive that tenon. Name a more iconic woodworking pair. I'll wait. Hey, you've made it pretty far into the video. If you're enjoying it, please give it a like and drop a comment. It really helps the channel. And don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more ridiculous builds that absolutely no one asked for. Thank you.
Oh, that's nice. That's a nice tight fit. I like it. I'm loving it.
Then it was time to join the 3 unspecialized parts into one very specialized light holder. With wood glue and of course, the best kind of clamp, blue masking tape.
It's my first time doing something like that, like shaping the whole wood from scratch. I wasn't actually planning to do that at first, but then I thought, could be cool. And I'm pretty happy with it. It is pretty cool in the end.
With the structure done, it was time for the electronics. I wanted the LED controller and power bank to be removable, and magnets are perfect for that. When you glue them in the right direction, of course. The power bank was easy. I just used one of those wireless charger magnet stickers thingy. For the LED controller though, I needed to first glue magnets onto the controller with 5-minute epoxy, then drill holes into the frame for the matching magnets. Finally, make sure the magnets attract each other instead of repelling. Guess which step I messed up? Not the holes. I marked those with a blue marker to transfer them. A nice little trick. Nope. It looks like I may have dropped one magnet in backward. But I wasn't sure, and it was already buried in epoxy. It was 50-50 at that point, and I liked my odds. Well, I was wrong.
One of them is the wrong way. No! Why? Why? I'll redo it tomorrow. Well, hello there. What are we doing today? First, we're fixing our magnet mistake because that was a pretty big blunder. So here's my magnet. I want to put it in the right way this time. We're looking pretty good. Give it a few more minutes there. In the meantime, let's get our arm mount thingy for the light in front and see if it's glued up well or not. Moment of truth. Let's get this out of clamps, aka blue tape. Is it one piece? Pretty good. Do you guys like it or do you think it's ugly? I went a little bit fancy because I kind of like these shapes, but if you don't like it, you let me know in the comments. It's all good. I'm gonna try to find a USB-C. No, that's not a good lighting at all. Up! I'm gonna go and try to find a USB-C to USB-C cable in my house. I'll be right back. That was a way cooler pose. I like that one. I'm keeping that. Got it! So I'm not gonna lie, this is pretty satisfying. Check this out. So first we've got the LED controller. Fits perfectly, holds pretty well. Then we've got our power bank, holding pretty well as well. Since it's magnet, we can also push back a bit. Should have moved it a little bit. Can I actually take this off? Ow. Okay, it's coming. Okay, let's try this again. This is right. Perfect. So we've got our power bank, LED controller. It's all magnet, holding pretty well. So now we just need to finish the frame and paint, and that's it. Pretty nice. I think we may be able to finish it today. Let's go!
It's finally time to make this project look like, well, a frame. So I grabbed a few different kinds of fancy wooden moldings and cut them to size.
How did I cut it wrong? How? Ta-da! So you see, this one is quite a bit too long. So we're shaving about 3 millimeters or 5/100ths of 24 of an inch. Just kidding, I love you guys. I think we are looking pretty good, or maybe not. Is my frame square? No, but it's not bad. Why is it so hard?
A small lift under the outer edge added depth and made it look legit. Lots of cutting and blue tape later, and the frame started looking real.
Looks pretty good, doesn't it? Should keep the tape, right? but I'm pretty happy with everything else. Not bad, not bad. That looks like a frame to me, which is a win in my book. And that's gonna be it for today. I'm gonna go get ready because I'm already late. See ya. And we're back. All right, so today should be the final day, which is nice because I thought I would be done 4 days ago. But it is what it is. Anyway, first thing first, we're gonna get our frame out of our clamps. This is looking pretty nice. Yes, there are some little gaps we need to fix, but still quite nice. Doesn't it look great? I won't be ashamed to have that in my house, but I will need to install some locking mechanism. Yeah, I'm not being like super careful with the back of the frame because no one will see it. So those are the diffusers. So we just need to cut them at the right angle to fit. Simple, right? Very simple.
I filled in the bad miters, re-glued a loose corner, sanded everything one last time, and finally hid all my mistakes under a couple coats of paint.
Nice. Is this thing glued or what? Looks glued. Looks glued. Okay, let's go. This isn't half bad, as people might say. Ah, bah très bien, tout ça, parfait, je suis content là. It's gonna be wow! At least I hope that's how you're gonna feel when you see it. Anyway, see you. Alright, new day. Let's take a look at our frame. This is nice, right? What do you guys think? Is it a nice frame? Let's do a second coat here, and then we'll work on the electronics. Nice. So, electronics. LEDs, power bank, LED controller, then everything you need to do some soldering, some wires. You're gonna run the cable in sleeves like this. Maybe might need some heat shrink as well. First thing first, to bring our aluminum tracks back in the game. Power bank here. So WLED is an app, an open source app you can have on your phone that allows you to control controllers such as the Dig2Go. And so I can just put it blue, for example. I'll put links in the description if you guys want. So always wear protection when drilling into aluminum because you never know. You do not want a little piece of aluminum in your eye. Trust me on that. Oh, what a great sound. I'm gonna turn it off and cut that with this. There we go. Okay, I think that's good. Is it still working fine? Perfect. We need to run a cable from here all the way there up into our little thingy. Honestly, I think this can hold with like friction only. Boom. I actually like the look with a sliver of the aluminum bar. So let's say that is a feature. This is gonna come here basically. So quick recap of what we're doing. Those are individually addressable LEDs, which means they have 3 inputs. One of them is the voltage, the positive. One of them is negative, the ground. And the last one, the green one usually, is the data, which basically tells each LED if it needs to be turned on or not and which color it should be, at which brightness and everything basically. And we need to create something that works here. We want this to come here and be pluggable basically. So we have to be careful because LED strips do have like a direction and we want our input to basically be on the right side because else it wouldn't work. VLCs and stuff, you actually should wear a respirator. I did not breathe in the fumes. I was holding my breath. And now we can actually test it. Let's see. Oh, it works! To red, to green, to blue. That's awesome. Should have made it go through from under here. Not terrible, you know, it's black, it's hidden, but would have been better. Get white. Guys, I think it works. But yeah, I'm glad this is looking the way I thought it would look. in theory I could make another hole, which I probably will, just like this one, and then we just need to run an extension here. But yeah, I don't have time now, unfortunately, so I'm gonna have to finish tomorrow. Oh well. Alright guys, let's finish this. And we are so close to being done. All we really need to do at this point is run a connection between this LED strip here and this. The hot glue didn't work. We're cutting this up. There we go. Next we need to solder something here that goes inside. Some red. Cute. Shall we try? Up. And there we go. Okay, and now I can do some configuration on double LED. Not too bad, but I don't like it. For now, let's just use some tape. This will do for now. Let's see how it looks with the painting inside.
And finally, I could say the words that had been on the tip of my tongue for days. Let there be light.
Okay, so I think I'm gonna ask my wife to come check it out. Just to be clear, she has no idea of what kind of frame I built. Like, she asked me to build her frame for her painting, right? And I did, but I don't think she was expecting the LED-MONADE frame, you know? Kind of cool. The pin don't open yet. Don't open yet. Okay, open your eyes.
Wow! What did you do with my painting?
I made it better!
Oh my god!
Take a look.
Is that
Cool.
in the museum or something?
Isn't it cool?
Yeah, pretty cool. Can you change the light?
Put
Maybe
anything.
like yellow? That's cool. Wow. You always go to the next level.
I have a question to ask you, because everyone wants to know. Why did
Yeah.
you paint lemons? Is it because I'm so sweet and you needed something sour to compensate? Right?
No.
That was my theory.
I have no reason at all. I just like it, that's all.
Bonjour! Prêt? 3, 2, 1.
Mais il y a des LED.
Eh ben bien sûr!
Oh là là.
C'est dommage qu'il y ait tous ces LED.
Ça s'éteint, hein?
Ah oui, ça va mieux.
Bon, voilà, vous l'avez cassé à distance.
Oh là là.
Voilà. Tu lui as dit que t'as fait un commentaire négatif, maintenant elle veut plus s'allumer. Elle est vexée. Oh my god, it's so not square at all. Oh well, good little learning project. Don't forget to subscribe if you enjoyed the video.